Okay, so we discussed a little bit about CISOs looking in the market for what's available. You mentioned there's quite a lot available, and almost too much available, really, to really understand what's going on. It's a baptism of fire, really. Certainly here at Netherlands in the Info Security Show, there's loads of vendors. Everyone's telling you they've got their silver bullet, that sort of thing.
True.
But CISOs and IT directors, surely they can turn to Gartner or Forrester and get all the information they need, right?
You would think so, but in the end, Gartner uses a reference framework or something like this is the points we score on, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good fit for the organization, because they could have other requirements. It's only a guideline, and even within Gartner, not every solution is being measured towards their reference framework.
Right.
So is Gartner really the best point of Forrester Wave or any of the other competition? Like is that really the solution that's on top? Is that really the best solution for that organization?
Okay. So what's your advice to CISOs or IT directors out there in the marketplace looking for something to resolve their data security woes?
If you really have some issues, write them down. Like what are your use cases? What are the problems we try to resolve with any solution? And then try the solution and measure that towards the problems you defined. Like, is this really going to solve our problems? Or is it creating new ones or solving other problems that we didn't know of?
Got you.
Because you need to have some kind of measurement, like what are we trying to solve? How are we trying to solve it? And who's going to solve it?
I see. And you don't always need to embark on a POC, surely, to be able to get that information. You can...
Sometimes you can just use the fact sheets or use watch a video. If you're really clear on your problems and have an understanding on how you want to fix them, then it's only looking for the right solution, like, okay, this can do it, or that can do it, or this can do both, or this can do this one, but it's good price, or it's good for our company, or it fits with another solution.
Yeah.
But they need to write it down, because otherwise they will be overwhelmed by marketing material or the good sales guy or anything like that.
Sure, understood. Changing the subject slightly, Michael. Webroot's Gary Hayslip said that it's only a matter of time until we see a data security incident which actually costs lives. Do you think we're on our way to really realising the actual implications of a data security issue? Or do you think we've got miles to go?
We have miles to go. I fully agree with him, and I do believe IT security is becoming more and more about human life. If you look, for instance, at medical care with the pacemakers that are connected to the internet and other insulin pumps that are connected to the internet, if that's not done properly, you can kill somebody.
I see.
But also with connected cars, if you disable the brakes or increase the throttle or anything like that, it can cost lives. And
absolutely.
As long as we don't take the responsibility about information security, the same way we do that about normal safety. If you look, for instance, for a production plant, the way they handle security is like a second nature. But when it comes to information, it's like it doesn't exist. It's not important enough. But everybody's also screaming, information is the new gold, or the new oil. Why don't we treat it like that?
I see. Okay, yeah. See, I read somewhere that a medical record is now almost worth more than gold. I think I read somewhere.
Yeah, that's been told more often. Information is much more worth is more worth than oil or other materials.
I see.
And what always strikes me is that within organizations, we do multiple rehearsals a year in case of fire or anything like that, but we never reverse an information incident. While the chances of a breach or an incident like that is much higher than your building will be burned.
With you, I see. Yeah, that makes total sense. I think we use the phrase in our sort of industry of a lot of organisations spend time and money sort of securing the oil refinery, but forgetting the oil inside, which is about the data.
Yeah.
And it's really the tip of the iceberg. I think we've got a long way to go to really recognise the data security risks we've got.
Absolutely, and it starts with what data do I have, and do I need additional protection, or what measurements do I have? And most organizations that I speak with are just not aware or couldn't pinpoint, okay, what are my crown jewels? Like this is an important system for me, and this is the data that it collects.
I see.
And that's still a
so do they
major
even know
issue.
that? Do they even, when you ask them these questions, do they actually know where the sensitive data is or why it's sensitive?
No, most of the times not. It's on the file server, or they think it's in a certain system because they once bought a document management system or anything like that, or they have another application to do that for them. But they always forget about all the exports or all the the small data that's being used to do calculations or other stuff. And that's a really big issue, and that's not going to go away with cloud or with any other approach.
Understood. So really, yeah, the tip of the iceberg, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,